Hello, everybody. Super good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? KevinChan here. 7:30 in the morning as well. Now, today we're gonna move into the exciting the world of Qi Men formation. Since we already finished with all the individual components, so right now when we talk about formation, should be a little bit more easier, right? Right, so how's everybody doing? Right, so I can see Pekpu is around, Jocelyn is around, Sun Shining is around. How you guys all doing? Right, so yesterday news was typhoon again. Right, so look like Taiwan, the place called Hualien, right? Hualien, right, is like complete disaster, right? So and Macau, you can catch fish from the street, right? So that was the activity for Macau. Right, so Guangdong, I think it was a bit spared, right? So now you right now can see a lot of photo of how people secure their vehicle. Right, so many times that vehicle get flushed away, so right now there are a lot of photo of all the ingenious way of securing their vehicle from being pushed away by water, right? So and then Thailand, they have a mega sinkhole, super big sinkhole in Thailand. Right, so you can go and take a look at that. Kelvin Oi just joined in. Jeannie just joined. How you guys all doing? Right, so it's already almost at the end of the month. Today is the 25th of September already. Another 5 more days, and then you will go into the month of October. Don't get scared. So fast the time goes by. Correct, right? So it was like a blink of an eye only. We enter the year of the snake. So right now we are at the tail end of the year of the snake already. Right, super fast. Hello Anna, how are you doing? Right, so yeah, today we're going to move into one of the more important part of practicing Qi Men, which is to identify formation. Right, so now formation is nothing more than putting few components together, that's it, right? So that's all I know about formation. It can be 2 components, it can be 3 components. Sometimes it can go up to even 4 components, right? So to have a formation, right? So in the army, formation mean that you know the individual army already, like archer, right? So we have explained that, like archer, what we call swordsman, cavalry, right? So when you put them together, let's say it's a team of, let's say archer stand first, then after that the cavalry will come in, then the swordsman will come in. That's basically called a formation, right? So in battle, it's very simple on your own, right? So don't need to get too complicated, right? So in Qi Men, the formation is basically having more than one component put together. Right, so that's it. Right, so come, let's go in and take a look. Yeah, by the way, today we're gonna take a look at the formation of flying bird into cave. Right, and it got many different iteration of name because English is not designed to handle Chinese. That's it. Right, so later we talk a little bit about it. Hello, Robin, how are you doing? How's Batman, man? Robin is Batman's sidekick. Or more commonly known as a bird. Batman is a bird, so the sidekick is a bird as well, Robin. Right, so by the way, Robin I think also is a night bird, right? If I'm not wrong, right? So he's on vacation. Batman where go on vacation one. All right, come, let's take a look at it, right? So in Qi Men, so now these are the famous formation, by the way, the famous structure. Right, so it's not saying that there's no other structure, right? So you guys should be familiar with, at least in my old channel, I've went through some of the 100 stem formation, right? So or sometimes you call it the 100 structure. So the 100 structure very easy, it is just the heaven stem versus the earth stem. That's it, right? So you just use that particular 2 stem. Right, so then there is a series of 9 tun, right? So 9 tun, right? So what does the tun mean, right? So now tun without the wiggly thingy, right? So if you are familiar with Chinese, right? So the tun without the wiggling thingy is called 拖手旁 pulling hand side. Right, it is actually a shield. The word dun is actually a shield. So when you have the wiggly thingy, it indicates something that can run away. So dun is actually for running away. Right, so those are specific formation that is used if you want to run away. Right, so run away. Right, so yeah, Jia like to run away. Then there is 4 fake is Jia, right? So it's actually decoy, right? So the 4 fake is more the usage of the 5 fake, Wu Jia is actually more of decoy purpose. So it's basically for misdirection. It's basically for misdirection. Misdirection means that look there, take a stick and hit you, right? So those type of situation, right? So you use that. So now you can start to see that the QiMen formation is not really used for noble purpose. Right, now you guys start to understand the Jia. So then you got the 3 deceit, right? So the 3 deceit is Zha, right? So it's basically Zha, right? So Zha is basically, again, deceit is basically to lie to you. So it's used for concealment purpose. It's used for hiding your true intention, right? So you see the QiMen, if you take a look, right, first they hide the intention from you, then they misdirect you. If that doesn't work, they run away. You still feel like they are noble, right? So then there are the 3 very prominent formation, right? So the one that you always have, bird falling into cave, green dragon return, and also jade maiden. So the bird falling into cave is directly to hit people. Dragon return is basically more of a defensive tactic, and then the jade maiden is if you cannot whack the fella and defense also doesn't really work, then you use jade maiden to negotiate. Right? Can you see that the Jia Wood is actually a pretty tactical person, right? So if I can't win you, if I can't outright whack the hell out of you, then probably I will take a chance to defend from your attack, right? So if the defense doesn't work, let's have a discussion about it. Right? So when you come for discussion, that time is either I conceal my intention or I misdirect you. If not, then I run. Right? So do you still feel that the Jia Wood is a noble person? Right? You guys put the Jia Wood, as the emperor, very right. So the Geng is more direct, the Geng brute force come back the hell out of you. That's Geng. Right? So Geng is actually very easy to deal with. Right? So because at least whatever that he do is open. Right? Jia Wood, no, you can see Jia Wood got a series of things that the fella has planned out to use. Right? So this is basically QiMen, right? So there's of course many other different formation which we will go through, but this is the main menu, right? So if you are studying QiMen, right, it will be the stuff that they try to teach you, right? So it's good to start from here, right? So then after that, when times goes by, we will talk about the rest of the not too important but also apply stuff, right? So then we can take a look. It's like they also have the going into grave, all these kind of things, emptiness, all those kind of stuff, right? So we will talk about it, but all of those are just basically just formation, right? So when you put few components together, it's called a formation. That's it. Right? So don't get too complicated about it, right? So then of course there are attached storyline to each of the formation, right? So we will start off with the bird falling into cave, right? So that's the first formation we take a look at, right? So bird falling into cave, right? So this is basically the English name. The Chinese name is called Fei Niao Di Yue, Fei Liu Di Yue, right? So you see the Chinese formation for the QiMen is all 4 characters. Very in size, very nice, right? So it goes into a box. But when you translate this into English, then you have a bit of a challenge. It go all over the places because English don't have concise wording, right? So like for example, Fei Niu Di, if you go direct translation, Fei is flying, Niu is bird, Di is fall. It's actually meridian, by the way. So meridian, a lot of time we imagine meridian is inside a cave, so probably that's why they use a cave. So if you want to go for direct translation, it's flying bird fall. I don't know whether you want to use the word into, right? So meridian, right? So flying bird fall into meridian doesn't sound nice, right? So you try to short it, sometimes they call bird falling into the cave, some they label as flying bird. So I'm not really particular with how you name the English thingy, right? So there's no official way of naming it, right? So you can even call it Phoenix going back to the nest, also not wrong. Right. So English naming convention you just settle on your own, but the general agreement, it has things to do with bird, it has things to do with flying. it has, you know, a cave or maybe a meridian. That's it. Right, so you know, you go and figure out the naming convention. So of course, you know, when you're studying this, then you need to go back to a bit of a classical text. This is where you're going to find everything become tough. The classical text is not a explanation, right? It's classical text is not an explanation, and a lot of things that the classical text written inside not very useful. Right? So not very useful as in not very assistive, right? So not very assistive, right? So then, you know, you need to go and figure it out on your own, right? So, you know, let's take a look at the classical text, right? So this is the classical text for 飞流地狱. So, you know, just in case you don't know, you see, I even got the English translation. English translation is the English translation. I got the Hanyu Pinyin, right? So the English spelling of the Chinese, right? So the Hanyu Pinyin is basically the English spelling of the Chinese. Right, so you know it's written here, right? So in the classical, 飞流地狱, you know, 名利相受. 名利相受 mean name as in reputation, 利 as in benefit, money, right? So it's in 名利, right? So 名利 is basically, you know, again, reputation, names, authority, right? So and then power, right? So 利 is basically profit, you know, stuff like that. So you see, one Chinese word can be a lot of different English meaning. Right, so depending, you know, 名利相受 means both also you can get. But what does that mean? No, it doesn't explain anything. Right, it just tell you that, you know, if you eat this pill, good for you. That's basically what it's saying. Right, you eat this pill, good for you. It never explain to you how does the pill make you good. It just tell you, you know, this is good, right? So if you look at the overall encompassing Chinese classic, you know, you will see a lot. So like, for example, a lot of 神煞, you know, they were written there, you know, blah 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 blah, 大吉之象. What is 大吉之象? You know, it's big auspicious. What the hell is that? You know, you're gonna have a lot of this. What the hell is it? You know, or else, you know, it's like what's called 逢凶化吉. 逢凶化吉 means that, you know, if you see a bad situation, it will transform it into a good situation. After reading, you will go for a what the hell is that? You know, so you the general English education brain doesn't stomach this stuff. Right, so you know, but probably the older Chinese brain will stomach better, as in tell you, oh no, you got this a bird falling into cave, right? 飞流地狱, right? So 名利相受, right? So it's like, oh, you know, a reputation and also benefit all get, you know, they'll go like, oh, very happy, you know, they actually don't really care about how the thing works. You can call them simpleton, right? So, but if you are, you know, basing on this, then, you know, you probably got no conclusion. Right, then 可謀大事 means that you can plan for big stuff. So again, the word 可謀大事 does not really explain a lot. You know, it just tell you that, you know, it's good for, you know, good for planning purpose. Planning for what? Don't know. right, so no, 有橋, alright, so 有橋緣之貴人助, right? So which means that if you're lucky, right? So no, there will be noble helper that come and help you. So again, it never tells you anything, right? So you will be fortunate accidentally, whatever that you are doing, you'll be fortunate accidentally, you will meet noble people. That's basically telling you, right? So now so far it's basically telling you good for your reputation, good for your return, can plan for big stuff, and also, you know, you will meet noble people. That's basic stuff there. So how does this happen? No answer. right, so 不過咧預測 right, so 如果係預測病咧就唔吉，預測病嘅。So if you are doing a forecast for sickness, is no good, right? So 死亡 alright, so 死亡之憂 死亡之憂 is 死亡之憂 就 worried about dying, worried about death, right? So which means that if you are doing a health related a forecast and you see the bird flying into cave, it actually indicates a very bad situation for that fellow. Right, so now this one you need to understand that in Qi Men, the positive reading usually is pretty bad for health because of the way that you query health. That's why I tell a lot of people, you know, if you want to apply Qi Men, you better know how to positively ask questions. And a lot of people don't have the ability to positively ask questions. Is again not your fault, because our brain is designed to be negative so that we survive. Okay, right? So no, we remember wolf that bite us, we will never remember the cute rabbit. Okay, right? So no, although we eat the cute rabbit, but we don't remember the cute rabbit, we will remember the wolf that tried to eat us, because our brain is designed to go negative for survival purpose. So that's why, you know, a lot of time when you ask questions, a lot of them ask negative questions. Like for example, you know, if you go to battle, so a lot of people will ask this particular question: will I succeed in this battle? Right? So this is a very dumb question. It's a very dumb question, right? So a more superior question is that I'm going to attack this particular place using fire arrow. Right? So would this work in attacking this particular city? Right? So you see, both of them basically, you know, if you take a look at it, seems like a what we call a similar question. But the first question, will I succeed? You know, if your thing is, if your chart is it, right, you basically fail. You know? Fail means that your army died. There's no way for you to redo it a second time. So that's why I said that this question is very stupid. But if let's say that, you know, if I use fire arrow to attack, you know, will I succeed? The negative form of the fire arrow attacking, which means that your fire arrow is not going to work. That's all. Right? Your army is still safe. Can you see? There's a very big level. So now when you are asking for health-related matter, right? So you see, if you go and ask, you know, is my disease going to be okay? That's how normal people will ask. Is the disease going to be okay? Right? See, when you ask for disease, it's not going to be okay or not, right? So you can see that this one is basically telling you failure tip. It means that it's going to hit the way. Okay, so what is your disease designed to do? Kill you, ma? So failure tip, you mean that, you know, confirm going to get killed. Right, get to see or not, right? So, but if let's say that I ask if this particular treatment that I'm going to go through, is it going to be able to go, right? So the answer is also yes, you know, this treatment is going to be good. You know, you see, you're asking two same question, the answer is the same, you know, bird falling into cave, because one is asking about the disease, another one is asking about the method of the treatment. Is two separate questions. One focal point is the disease, another focal point is the method of the treatment. It's two separate creatures. Right? Makes sense to you, right? So, you know, if you're gonna ask Qi Men question, please ask the upper class positive side of the question, right? So you will keep on asking the junior amateur negative question, right? A lot of time you get into massive amount of trouble with Qi Men. Right? Right? So that one, you know, you have to go and reprogram your brain. Kind of can't do much. Okay, right? So this is basically flying bird into cave, right? So, you know, I give you the English one already, so again, just read for you. Flying bird into the cave, you know, fame and fortune both gain, you know, that's basically Ming Lei Xiong Cao, right? So fame is Ming, fortune is Lei, right? So, you know, this is the closest English word that you can find, right? So the fame you can replace with power, authority, reputation, whatever it is. So the fortune you can replace with money, whatever. Resources, you know, it doesn't matter, right? So, you know, both land then suitable for great undertaking. That's basically Ho Mao Ho Lei Dai Si, right? So whenever there's a flying bee, kindly guide us how to what will kindly guide you on how to command? No, there's no guiding on how to command. It's basically just a formation, you know, whereby, you know, you can move forward, right? So that later when we take a look at the formation, I explain to you how does the formation look like, and then you start to understand what the hell they are trying to do, right? So with noble helper encounter by chance, right? So this is, you know, the Yao Q, right? So Yao Q, right? So right? So Yao Q 就可以見到嗰個貴人, right? It's basically that, you know. So but if you use for illness, so it's used for illness forecast, no good. Okay, right? So danger of death. So no, it's actually here is worry of death, is actually not danger of death. Okay. Right, so it's 死亡之憂, 憂 is worried, right? So it's worried of death, right? So no, yeah. That's it, right? This is your classical text, so no, here's the thing, you figure it out. So that's why it is very, very difficult to actually read classical text. No explanation, you know, there is no summary, no storyline subtext, you know, there were no citation. Probably all those things were there, you know, but you know, now it's gone already, you know, we only have, you know, one of these particular text. Right, so now you can locate the text in the Fisherman Song. Right, so Fisherman Song is Yin Po Tiu Sao Kok. Right, so you can go and look at the Yin Po Tiu Sao Kok. Not many sentences only, right? So go and look at it. Right, so it's basically that. Now, so now you're working with this sort of stuff. Now you start to understand why it's very difficult to believe in, you know, Chinese metaphysics thingy. Right, so other practitioners very confident, right? Just back the formation, anything you want would materialize. I follow, nothing happened. Right, so now again, Gigi, I don't know what you asked for. Right, so and I always tell people is that, you know, manifesting no use one. You have to go do. Okay, so you manifest there, you know, you sit there, do nothing. What the hell happened? Nothing happened. Right, so you have to go do, right? So the part that is always not connecting is basically the doing part. A lot of people just manifest, you know, it's like, oh, you know, sky, please fall a bag of money onto my lap. That's how they do manifestation. Of course, it won't work, right? So come, let's take a look at the formation. Right, so formation very easy, only two components. Right, so it's basically heaven stem. You know, you got the ping in the heaven stem. All right, then on the earth stem is actually the jia. Right, so earth stem is the jia. Right, so this basically give you the formation of flying bird fall into cave. Right, so now in short, right, so I'll give you the short. Right, so mentor assistance. Right, so it's good for launching a campaign. It's good for winning court cases. All this kind of stuff. Right, so now you take a look at it, you know, so if you read this from a very separate mindset, you know, what does the Ping? Ping is the army, ma. A lot of that tell you, right? Ping is the son of Jia. You know, he is the one that, you know, has the army. So if you have the army, which is in the heaven stem represent active component. The moving component, which means that you got the army basically currently ready to charge, and you have the commander, the emperor at the back, you know, which is at the earth stem commanding this particular army. So if this is the situation, good for attack. Right, so you have a basically you have a functioning army, you want to call it functioning army, right? So if you take a look at this, you know, what happened to the sun? Isn't the sun the one that's supposed to command? The sun is, roughly speaking, the general, so the father is basically the owner of the army. So right now the army got the emperor inside the army right now commanding the army. The army is more bold, the army have high morale, very easy for you to get things done. Alright, so this is flying bird into cave. It's just very easy to get things done. That's all. Right, so you have a big army in front of you, of course, easy to get things done. Right, so that's why this formation is basically about attacking. So when you are having a plan saying that I'm gonna attack using this particular method, you know, how is it? Then you say flying bird into cave means that confirm this gonna work already. Go attack. That's flying bird into cave lah. Right, it's basically a confirmation that your plan work. Right, so if confirmation your plan work, right, you don't go and execute, how plan gonna work? Crazy are you? Right, you can see, right, so then it's pretty easy only one, right? It's actually not very difficult. Right, so of course right now the challenging component used to be looking for one of these, right? So which means that, you know, if you're gonna attack at any given random time, this formation may not have formed. Right, may not have formed, which means that, you know, at this current moment, if I attack right now, it's not going to work. Right, so like for example, is that, you know, two different timing. I'm going to use again fire arrow to shoot this particular city, right? So, you know, okay, timing number one, the wind is basically headwind, so it's blowing backwards. So if you're going to use fire arrow, what happened? Bugger arrow is going to fly back to you, isn't it? Right? Normal physics. So, you know, you open up the chart during this particular hour, they tell you that the formation, if you're going to use this tactic, it's going to be wrong. It's not going to be good. Then, you know, there's going to be another time, right? So whereby, you know, you're going to use the exact same tactic. I'm going to shoot fire arrow, but right now is tailwind, right? So the wind is basically blowing to that particular direction. You open up, it tells you flying bird into cave. It basically tells you that, you know, oh, you know, flying arrow right now is going to, you know, carry the arrow, you know, to the other side, you know, it's going to work, whatever it is. That's it. right? So when I said that Ping Jia, right, naturally there will be a flying bird formation. Yeah, lah, no need to type out the word, huh? The type out the word or not, that is a programming issue, ma. Right? So you are supposed to be able to read the formation without any subtitle. Yeah. Okay, right. The entire idea is that for you to understand the formation. Okay, entire idea is to understand the formation. Okay, right. So which means that I'm giving you the formula right now so that you can read raw. Okay, right. So software will basically causes you to be unable to read this sort of stuff. So this is like using premix cake powder versus you go and buy separate cake powder and mix together. Depend. Right? So I don't know. Depend on which the modern people usually like everything premix. Right, so let's take a look at example. Right? So forgot for those of you who want to get in touch with me, Telegram, Substack, or the Facebook, or you can get in touch with me. Right, so the Telegram is basically for you to download stuff. Right? So and also for any notification I have, I'll go into the Telegram and send to you. Substack is a written format lah, most of it written format. So right now I'm completing the 2026 12 animal strategic guide for the paid user. The paid user will basically get a strategic guide, right? So you want to become the paid community, then thank you first lah. Right, so then we have the Facebook community. The Facebook community basically is a community run. You got any question, just go there, right? So just go there, ask, right? So there will be people who try to help you out, right? We don't like premix flour. No, you like premix flour. Like this is the typing astro, right? So this typing astro. No, later I'll go into typing astro for you to look, right? So the screen is a bit clunky. I haven't figured out how to do it. No, you haven't figured out a long time, never touch. Right, so you can see now Ping and Wu Na. This one is a bit of a nuance. Just tell you first a bit of a nuance. The Wu Earth is often closely associated with Jia because Jia Zi, the leader of the 6 Jia, is hiding in Wu. So every time you see Wu is equivalent of a Jia in Qi Men. If this is confusing, don't bother. Okay, if this is confusing at this current moment, don't bother with it first. So Ping Wu, so is the formation of flying bird. So if you are using software, they will basically label for you. So which means right now you have a flying bird into cave in the North Palace. So now again, Qi Men original application for battle is for you to activate the flying bird into cave is for you to attack your enemy through the north. Okay, so which means that just now I said that use fire arrow, right? Is you're gonna be standing on the south of the city wall, you're gonna be attacking the north of the city. Very different from a manifestation. A manifestation is reverse, by the way. Okay, very different from manifestation. Okay, don't get too confused with it. All right, so in battle is attacking the north. All right, so you move towards the flying bird into cave. The attack is attacking the north. All right, so not the other way around. Okay, all right, so no, for manifestation, then you are backing the north and do your manifestation. Like for example, this one flying bird into cave. You got the harmony there, you got the rest door there. Seems to be good for sex. Okay, right. So harmony is basically together, but with the destruction there, right? Not very good lah. Yeah, in law, so how to ensure a stand in south sector? Cannot lah, right? It's Qi Men Warcraft strategic execution. Now whatever name that you wanna basically name it doesn't really matter, Brian. So again, to me, it's just naming convention. Qi Men actually only got 2 flavors of application only. First application, lock time, change position. The other application is lock position, change time. It's that easy only, right? So lock time, change position means that this is called a time lock, right? So in this particular 2 hour, I got 8 direction that I can utilize. So I'm just choosing which direction to utilize. So it's lock time, change position. Okay, right? So then second is that, I lock position, but I let the time walk so that the chart will start to change until the position that I want. So that's the two application, right? So how you want to do the naming convention, up to you. Okay, right? So whether it's running a forecast, whether you are running a date selection, your strategy execution basically is a date selection. Right, so you are looking for future date where this particular formation. Later, I will, do a demo for you all if the screen doesn't explode. Okay, if the screen doesn't explode, I'll do a demo for you, right? So, but generally, you understand, right? So, more example, right? So, more example, like so now, normal circumstances, how do you find the chief? It's very easy, just go and look at the chief and see which stem is attached to. That's where the chief is. Then, now you transfer the stem to the bottom. So when you see that the stem, is Yi, so this one chief is Yi, right? So the Ping is basically right now hiding in the Yi, right? So Ping on top, Yi at the bottom, then it's flying bird into the cave. So if you're using software, then it's already labeled flying bird into the cave. No need to headache. Right? So now you can see this one. This one is also together with harmony. So you see this one together with harmony, but it's with harm dog. So this flying bird is going to be a bit different now from the other, right? So more example, right? So now this one you can see that the chief is together with Qi, right? So then you know that the Qi, right? So actually the software would have already labeled where Jia is, right? So you can see the software got a small little red label as Jia, right? So then you transfer the Qi down, so it's Ping and Qi then you get your flying bird, right? No challenge, right? And so nowadays with software, actually there's not much of a challenge. Right, so if last time don't have software, then you plot until you find these two fella. It's gonna be very difficult, by the way. very difficult. Right, so then you can take a look, like this one is Jia is together with Geng. Right, so Jia together with Geng, then you can go and find the Geng, right? So then the Ping Geng is basically a flying bird. Right, this is basically how you identify the flying bird. So if you're using a software, then you'll be able to see the word flying bird, right? So then that would be the palace that you would want to utilize, right? So for those of you who like to do manifestation, flying bird, then you manifest, right? So great flying bird, please assist me in whatever, right? But then after you do the manifestation, you don't do shit, nothing happen, right? So like for example, flying bird into cave, find me a girlfriend. Then what you do? Sit at the house, a girlfriend find shit. Where got anything to find? Right? How's the girl supposed to find you? You don't go out. You tell me. I want to get rich. Then sit in the house, watch Netflix. Get rich what? That's why it doesn't work. You don't do the thing that is basically it's like this. You go to the temple and say that temple deity, please let me win the lottery, but you never buy the lottery ticket. How do you win? Tell me, right? So deity also cannot help you sometimes, right? Some people it's like that. You want something, but your action is all against it. People want to help you also can't, right? So they want to help you also can't help you, right? So because why? Your action is not in congruency or in sync with whatever that you're asking, right? So or you're asking something that you probably doesn't even have the slightest idea of how to execute. What's the point of asking this sort of stuff? Right? Yeah, understand, right? So it's just, but I don't, but no need, I don't. You practice long enough, you will understand yourself. Right? So the only difference is that I've seen enough people can jia hai in geng, can. Why cannot jia hai in geng? Right? So but overall, you guys understand what is the overing encompassing description of the flying bird fall into cave and how to locate and identify it in the chart. What's the type of quality for the bird flying into cave with Geng? Can you elaborate more? Don't really understand, right? What type of flying bird into cave? The classical text never mentioned. Right, classical text never mentioned, but now again, sun shining, right? So come, let's take a look at this, right? So let's take a look at this, right? So you guys know that the jia can hide in six different stems, Right, so now again, sun shining, and also this is a bit of an advanced. This is a bit of an advanced stuff, right? So book generally very difficult to find information about this. So, but for a person with a pretty logical mind, you will start to think that since it's different jia, right? So which means that there are 6 different versions of bird flying into cave. But that makes sense or not? Because there's 6 different jia, right? So you need to now figure out all these 6 got what different. So which means all 6 of them actually work better in different circumstances. That's all. Yeah, it work better in different circumstances. All right. So then you just need to know what is the general quality of Wu Ji Geng Shen Ren Kui. Now, so again, if you are the negative mindset people, then die you, because why Ji Geng Shen Ren Kui is all negative stem. But that's why I tell you in actual analysis, there's no negative, positive one. All of them is basically they're just their nature. Right, so, but this one I want to tell you, Wu Earth, the Jia Zi, this flying bird into cave, if we go into the South Palace, the flying bird into cave doesn't work. You get birds getting slaughtered. Because why Zi and Wu is a clash. When the pillar get clashed, it get nullified. Does not work. Okay, you get Bing Wu. Bing Wu in the South Palace, which is where the horse and rat is clashing. That flying bird into cave does not work one. Don't use that flying bird into cave. So it will tell you. Right? So the dog is clashing dragon. So dragon is in the southeast. So which means that you have a Bing Ji. And this Bing Ji flying bird into cave is in the Southeast Palace. Bye-bye. Doesn't work. Right? This is consistent throughout the entire QiMen. It's usually not listed out, right? So, but it's consistent entire QiMen. If you read formula a bit deeper, they will always tells you this. By the way, also the harm also apply, destruction also apply, punishment also apply. Like that. Yes. Right. So yeah. It's old bird cannot fly. Right. So if let's say the Shen monkey clash with tiger, so tiger is in the northeast. So if the Jia Bing Geng bird flying into cave is in the northeast, also nullify. Right. So then Wu is basically in the north, right? So Jia Wu Xin. So if it's the Bing Xin bird flying into cave and it goes into the North Palace, nullify. Right, so then the Chen, of course, the other side is basically southwest. Right, so your bird flying into the cave, Southwest Palace, nullify. Right, so Ren is basically Yin is northeast, right? So it's basically southwest. So the Chen is basically northwest sector. Right, so then that's it. Right, so you can see that every single of these that uses the Jia, there is gonna be a nullified box. Do you need to remember that? Most of the time, no one will go and remember this. Right? So unless you are in a very, very deep, very detailed, probably a little bit more important one, then you got this. Right? So go and think about it. Right? So go and think about the entire thing. Right? So how's the difference between different flying bird into cave? A Wu flying bird into cave is going to be a bit different from the Ji flying bird into cave. It's going to be a bit different from the Geng flying bird into cave. Right? So they're going to be a bit different from the Xin flying bird. Like for example, the Bing Geng flying bird into cave is gonna be superior in compared to the rest in terms of relationship related execution. Because why the Geng represent relationship? Why not? Ren is not. No, Ren is not north. We are talking about Jia Ying. Jia Ying is hiding in Ren. Got nothing to do with the Ren. Right, the important is the Jia, which is a Jia Yin. Right, so the Jia Yin, the clashing component is Shen. Shen is in southwest. Okay. Okay, don't get confused with don't get confused with the poster. The Wu Ji Geng Shen Ren Xing is a poster. So they actually don't represent anything. It's the poster, right? So it's the poster that the Jia is hiding behind. So the Jia is hiding behind the Ren poster. So the Ren is actually not important. It's the Jia which is behind the sixth emperor. And Jia Jiazi is the head of the sixth emperor. Alright, that's all. Right, so again, I cannot remember, never mind. Don't get too excited with it, right? So come, let me just switch the screen, see whether this explode or not. Yeah, can see, right? So this is the Typing Astro Live. Right, so this is basically the live paid version, right? So if you have never seen it before, right? So this is the current hour chart. So current hour chart right now, if you take a look at it, this is a Fu Yin chart. Full Fu Yin. Full Fu Yin. Yes, is it a full Fu Yin? Yep, this is a complete total full Fu Yin chart. Right? So complete total full Fu Yin chart, do whatever, so never mind. Right, so now if you take a look at right now, full Fu Yin chart confirm you will never be able to get a flying bird into cave because Yi, Ping and Ting would never have a Jia in it, right? Yi, Ping and Ting would never have a Jia in them, okay? So you would never have a Ping bird flying into cave, can never have it, right? So this is it, right? So now what happened is that you want to go and find flying bird into cave ma. Right, so now last time then you need to go and either flip the book, go and find it, or you need to click next. So click next is this, right? Next, right? Then you wait for it to load, right? So then wait, so I got Ping here, but then I need to find whether the sin is the chief or not, right? So let's take a look. The chief is Ren, so Ping sin, no luck. Then we go next. Whether got or not, right? So and then we take a look. Because it's the same day, so the Ren is gonna be the Jia, right? So we can see that the Ren is together with Ping, but it's in the other way around. So no luck, it's not flying bird, right? So it's basically not flying. So this one, the west, so you can see, when the Ping is together with the Wu, it is always forming a flying bird. So the Wu Earth permanently have a Jia in it. That's the rule. Don't go say, I cannot. But this is, whatever, the no need. Right? So the rule inside the Qi Men is that if you see Wu Earth, it is synonymous of seeing the Jia, because Jiazi, leader of all the six Jia, is in Wu. So the Wu is permanently have power. Right? So but the one that I want to show you right now is this. They got this feature, right? So which is namely strategic execution. Alright, so now I can see Qi Men structure. These are all the structure. Right? Can see all the structure that's available. Every single structure that you want to find is basically here. Alright, so now we're gonna go for flying bird. Okay, so let's say we look for flying bird for the next month. Right? Next 31 day. Search. Ding, 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 ding. See, these are all the flying bird and all the things, right? Not exciting anymore. Right? This used to be exciting stuff, right? Not very exciting anymore. So right now, you got all the dates whereby the flying bird is available. Go fly bird. Go fly bird. Right? So got different, right? So you can take a look, right? So now this one, the nice thing is that you got Monday and hour all stacked together. So you can basically find best stacking if you want to do, right? So like for example, 1st October, 11 o'clock until 1 o'clock, right? So on the southwest sector, right? So if you stack together, the month will give you a cloud dune, then the day will give you a ghost fake, then the hour will give you your flying bird, right? So you can stack all these three together when you're doing the execution. Right, so if not, then you find that on the October the 2nd, right? So 9 o'clock, right? 9 o'clock, is it 9, 10, 11? Yeah, 9 o'clock east sector. That particular one sector seems to have got flying bird lah, got heaven dune lah, prestige pressure lah, noble deception lah, moon prosper lah. Okay, right? So everything is there. Go and do, right? So but again, is this flying bird useful for the thing that you want to do? Then you need to understand harmony, heart, and also open. Does your activity got anything to do with these three components? So that's why I say that you need to go and learn the separate component. You don't know the separate component, you don't know how to mix these kind of things together. Right? So like for example, the one on the 3rd October, the 7 to 9 o'clock in the morning east sector versus the 1 to 3 a.m. also 3rd October, right? So one is with life door, one is with death door. Is there going to be different or not? So the heart and the what we call harmony component is the same. So one is the life door, one is death door. So very easy, if you're going to terminate somebody, of course, you know, you want to do the death door thingy. If you want to hire someone, you know, you want to use the life door thingy. Obvious, to me at least. Right? If this is going to be a hiring and, you know, you want the fella to accept your offer, bird flying the cave, right? You know, I want to hire you, right? And then you accept without any resistance. Then, you know, you're going to throw the offer to the fella, you know, 1 to 3 o'clock in the morning. 1 to 3 o'clock in the morning. You don't know what, the fella may have not skipped one, you know, you send the email out, you know, 1 in the morning saying that, you know, oh, you know, I'll hire you, right? So you don't know, the next minute the fellow will reply, you know, I'm coming to the office in the morning. They'll ask you, should I come into the office in the morning? Right? So, you know, if let's say it's a termination, you know, those that, you know, suddenly come to the office, you tag your card, cannot move ready, then security guard come and grab your laptop, and then, you know, you want to use the 7 to 9 o'clock, no? Very obvious, man, right? So one death door is for, you know, ending purpose, life door is for continuation purpose. Right? Both also flying bird into the cave. Right? Seems good if you're looking for collaboration. Yeah, in a way, lah. Right? So you can see, let's see, got how many flying bird into the cave in a month? Right? So let's take a look. How many flying bird? There will be 9 pages of them. Right? 9 pages of them. Okay. So now question, do you think flying bird into cave is something special? 1 month got 9 pages. Let's see, looking at the end one, you know, so until 31st October also have. Right, so 31st October, you know, 31st October got 2, 3, like 30th October got 3 flying bird. 29th October got 2. Right? Right, so now you can see if you're using paid software, then, you know, it's like just like that. Right, go in, click wherever that you want, you know, you can change your date. Right, so, you know, last time got people selling this sort of calendar one. Okay, so yeah, got people last time for secondly, you know, plot everything and then, you know, they arrange everything and sell it out as a calendar. Because right now like this, then, you know, it will basically just invalidate the calendar. Like you can just sign up for the paid version, and, you know, you can search until kingdom come. Right, so, you know, let's take a look at, you know, let's say they look at the calendar. Right, so calendar you can search until when, you can see that they have calendar until, like, you know, 2094. You will die many times already. Right, one time pay, you know, you can search, you know, until don't know when. Right, you can see, right, go and search until happy, you know, all the formation is here. Or you can custom the formation itself. Let's say that, you know, okay, I want to look for, let's see, advanced option 7-star constellation horse. You can actually lock the heaven stem, earth stem. We used to be able to lock the direction, right? So, but right now don't see. Right, so, you know, you can actually customize on your own, right? So let's say that, you know, you want all the 3 pressures. Right. So this is basically it, right? So, you know, information today application is not really very difficult. It's not really very, it's just basically understanding what the formation is for, and then figuring out what other component you need to plug in. Right, so then, you know, you just go, right? So, no, like, again, you know, let's take a look. Let's say flying bird. And flying bird specifically, I want the door to be live door, open door, rest door, which is the 3 better door. Right, so, no, I want that. So, the 9 stars, right? So I want it to be the heart stars, the ambassador, the hero. By the way, the more you put in, the lesser the going to be. So now, you know, it's better, right? So if you know what you want, sorting software help you out a lot. Right, so now if let's say that, you know, your professional date selection fella, right, do this, right? So now then you can, you know, have all these things, right? So you want, if I even go for a deity, let's say I want chief heaven, harmony moon. Okay, the rest don't want. Search. Still got. Cool. Right? So only got one page only. Right? Right, only got this much only, right? So that's it, right? So again, the more you put in, the more the lesser the choices become, right? So don't be too put in too many stuff, okay, right? So this is really helpful, right? So even some people, let's say that, oh, I only want 7-star, right? So you only want 7-star, then basically nothing shows up. See, don't have any 7-star, right? So then how about 6 lah? 5 also accept lah. Right. Yeah, got some. I got 3. Right? Yeah, got 3. Right? So you got your 3rd October, 6th October, 11 October. Right? So you got flying bird, fall into cave, 5, 6-star. Right? So 5, 6-star. Right? So with rest door, open door, live door. Right? So ambassador heart. Don't even know which one that I put in. Right? So chief forever. It's basically pretty good. So basically pretty good. So you can see that the 3rd October, 1 to 3 in the morning, by the way. 1 to 3 in the morning. It seems to be the best formation, because why? The month have a positive formation. The day has 2 positive formation. The hour got 4 positive formation. So with so many formation inside, which is positive, and there's no other negative for formation. Good lah. What does the 90 red box mean? Right, so we can scroll. I think this is general scoring, if I'm not wrong. They put in a general scoring is 83. Score, this is 90%. Right? I Ching, maybe I don't think it's I Ching. I need to go and ask Kong. Got AI as well now. So you can actually go and wheel chart. Right, so this is the actual chart. This is the actual chart there is. So in the wheel chart, then you can right now take a look at the hour, which is the what we call the result box. So you can see that the result box is together with the formation, right? So when the result box is together with formation, it's easier for you to use. So again, these are nuance, right? So then you can see that does the result box produce the Yi wood? Where the hell is the Yi wood? Right? So Yi wood must be hiding together with the small one. So the Yi wood is here, right? So the result is actually countering the asker. So which means that this particular task that you are trying to do probably is not something that you can handle yet. You don't have the capability to handle. So if that's the case, you don't go and flying bird manifest for this to happen. Right? So you don't manifest for this to happen. If you manifest for this to happen, then chances are might be problematic. Right? Okay, right? So but anyway, so this is software, right? So software cut down a lot of the required moving mechanism for you to practice, right? So straight away you can go and practice, right? So if you like flying bird into the cave, then you got 9 pages of flying bird into the cave for you to use. Use flying bird, and you come back and tell me whether your bird is flying or not. Right? Whether your bird is actually flying or not flying, you come tell me. I don't know. Right? So now to me, when I practice is I adhere to what we call the chance method, or the randomability of things. I usually don't open chart ahead. Okay? Right? So I only open chart, when it's required. When there is maybe a trigger, then then I will open the chart and see what happened. That usually work much better. Okay, that usually work much better, because why? Again, the universe is in sync. It is telling you, right now seems to be a timing for you to do something. Right? So come, then open the chart and see what does the chart says about it. Right? So that's how I practice. It doesn't mean that you need to practice it the way that I practice it. Right? So that's why a lot of time I don't open chart. So you see that I don't advocate every 3 hour stand you right now the southeast direction got this nice formation, let us all manifest. I don't do that. Okay, Right? So you don't see me doing a lot of stuff. So if I suddenly send you the chart, it's because there are certain things that's happening. You know, I open up the chart, you know, because it's in sync with that. Then I see that, then I share with you all. So that's why you guys need to be in Telegram. I share in that particular manner. But then those fellow who's in Australia, sorry lah, it's already past 3 hours. Okay. Yeah, right. So that's basically it, guys. Right. See you all again. You know, is it because you don't know the exchange rate? Yes, John. You are right. I don't like the exchange rate. Alright, so now the universe don't give you things for free. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Right. The universe don't get you things for free. Right. So because I don't know what is the exact exchange rate. Right? So unless this is mission critical, I don't want to go into this market. That October is my last day at work. Huh? Oh, changing new work. I don't know what to say. Congratulations or not. All right, take care, guys.